guys, today I'm in my garage. We are doing tropical storm projects today because it's raining outside. We're filming this during a tropical storm, but I'm planning for the future of my outdoor patio space, which is going to be in this really messy area. You guys can't see it, but around me there's just stuff everywhere. But I'm going to make this little thing that I can make because it's raining outside and I can't do anything else. So I wanted to show you guys how I'm going to make this container fountain. It's super simple. You can make this out of almost any container that you own already at home with a simple addition of a fountain kit. But I wanted to show you how to make this specific one so that you can buy every piece of it that you need to go make this exact one at your house. I'm going to put everything below so you can go and shop for it, but let's get started on it. I'll show you the materials that you need first. Let's start with this planter. This is a plastic planter. I got it from Home Depot. It's completely non-drainable, so there's no hole in the bottom like you would traditionally probably want for a container to drain your soil out. And then it's plastic. It looks like a glazed pottery, but it's plastic, so it's not going to break. It's going to be easy to move around. It's lightweight, which is nice. And then, of course, I like the style, too. It's got a little bit of a modern twist to it. It's up on these wood legs pedestal, and it doesn't look like, you know, a traditional container of sorts. The second thing that you're going to need is these black pebbles. They're really big and nice. We're going to put these right in the top as kind of the topper of the fountain. Let's see, material-wise. Now there's a helicopter. You're also going to need a 16-inch tray. This was terracotta, and I just spray painted it black so that when I put these black rocks on top, you're not going to be able to see that orange poking through. And then after I spray painted it, I drilled 1-inch holes all over. The center one's going to have the fountain spray coming up, and these others are to drain it. All right, keep all that in mind, okay? Oh, and then of course we need our container fountain kit. This comes in a box. You can get it from any big box store. A lot of local nurseries sell them, but this is the pump, and then this is the head that comes up and it sprays out the top. You need one of those. All right, 2 more things. You need a drill with a 1-inch hole saw or a paddle bit on the end so that you can drill some holes, including the ones I just showed you there. And you're also going to need the black spray paint, which I already mentioned, but just since we're going through all of the details, you need that too. All right, so what I already did was took my 16-inch tray, drilled 1 hole in the center, like I said, and a few around the side. It's not exact. You can drill as many as you want. It's just so that water can drain through. And then I also drilled a hole into this planter because the fountain spray has to plug in. So we have to make sure that we have a way for it to go through and plug in. You just want to make sure that your water level is lower than that hole that you drill so that, of course, you're not spilling water out. But that'll be fine. We can do that. All right, you guys ready to get started on this exciting planter? I can't tell you all how excited I am about this thing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this thing in here. And by thing, I mean the pump. We're going to take the end of the plug here and stick it through the hole that I drilled. And that will go into the wall. This is going to have to be up, you know, close to a wall. I'll probably put it in a little vignette where I have the fountain and like a little taller. You got the groups of 3, right? You got the medium, small, and tall. So we'll put something a little taller, a little shorter to create that vignette. But ultimately, you want for that plug to be able to come back and plug into a wall. All right? So we got that. And then we're going to put our, this thing all comes apart. I'm going to pull this off, put my tray on top, and this has got to be a super tight fit. This perfectly fits into the top of this container, just like this, all right? And you reattach your little head here. And this kit comes with several different sprays on top, so I'm not sold on this one 100% yet. I haven't tried it out, so we'll see if that one will change, but that's it for now. And then after that, we start putting on our rocks. Now, since this thing is so tight in here, I'm going to start putting the rocks in the middle first and then spread them out so that we're evenly distributing the weight and it doesn't tip over and want to fall down into the container. So I'll start doing that. It's going to be a minute. All right, I put all of the black pebbles right on top of this surface. I'm about to add the water. Just make sure this is your time to kind of be the designer. I try to keep flat rocks here on the top so that everything was kind of even across the top, but do it however you want. If you like some peaks and valleys, that's good too. Mine's kind of a more even look. All right, let's add the water and plug in the fountain, see how it goes. Got this really handy fancy sheetrock mud bucket, I think is what this is. But when you pour this in, it should go straight down into those holes that you drilled and fill the basin below. You can hear it falling in there. You'll know you filled it too much if it starts coming out the little hole that you drilled for your electrical cord. But we haven't reached that point yet. All right, let's try that and see how it works. Got my cord right here. All right, you guys ready? Okay, so it's starting to bubble up here. I believe that how this works is that you can screw it in a little bit more, yeah, and start to create more of a little waterfall there. You can also lower it a little bit so it's a little closer to the surface. There's tons of different options with these little kits. So let me show you a different one actually. Let me take this one off and I'll show you a different one. It's gonna take me a minute to get this off here, Nate. And you can kind of create all kinds of water patterns. Got Nate from the back giving me the... Okay, thank you. They look similar, but I think they are going to create two different sprays for this fountain. Oh yeah, much better. So keep in mind when you make your adjustments, however much flow that you want, the bigger you make it, the more it's going to splash, the more it's going to make that really nice fountain sound that we love so much. It also is going to tend to splash out a little bit, so you'll be a little more water conservation if you can keep it small. But I just love how it looks when it's this big. So just make sure that I keep checking on the water level to know that I'm not like evaporating, which is something you want to do with the fountain anyway, you guys. Make sure that you're checking on that water level always, because the water will evaporate out. So you need to put water in it every couple days to make sure that that pump on the bottom isn't drying out. If you guys have any questions about this fountain, if you want to know any more details about where I got this stuff, I'm going to put those links below, but any questions you guys hit me up, I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about this amazing project.